all together now.
Get ready. Here they come. Here they come. Yeah, y'all know what time it is.
These cup games, they give you playoff intensity.
I mean, we done bored.
We're going to fight. That's just us.
We got to get a win for the city.
Try and go to Vegas.
In the race to that triple.
We need it. Put on for the city.
Here they come.
Take y'all ass home.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants. Put suckers in fear. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out.
Welcome to NBA Countdown presented by DoorDash.
Ooh, 2 tickets punched, 2 spots up for grabs. Who will join the Thunder and the Bucks in the semifinals of the Emirates NBA Cup? It is win or go home. Is Jalen Brunson ready to lead the Knicks to the only city with brighter lights than New York? Or will Trae Young and the Hawks pull off the upset and get one step closer to raising the NBA Cup? One thing I know, it is not going to be the chorus of Defying Gravity Sinead that's going to be blaring on Broadway tonight. After all, Madison Square Garden, their villain is in the building. Shh, hear that? Yeah. He earned that reputation. Trae shattered Knicks fans' hearts with a 36-point performance to send New York packing in the first round of the 2021 playoffs. And then he followed it up with a Tony Award-worthy encore, perhaps even an EGOT, lighting up the Garden for 45 points in his first game back the next season, his second 40-point game in that building. Only 3 players have registered 40 points as a visitor more often than Trae Young. Names that have authored the all-time MSG moments, Hall of Famers, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Bernard King. Well, then it's a good thing we have our own Hall of Famer here, Michael Wilbon, as we say welcome to NBA Countdown. Michael Wilbon, NBA champ Kendrick Perkins, #1 pick Chiney Ogwumike. I'm here too. I'm Malika Andrews. You have seen, Mr. Wilbon, some legends enter Madison Square Garden, some all-time villains. Do you think, though, that Trae Young will be able to torture, I guess for the lack of a better word, New York tonight?
It's like you can't put this on the shoulders of Jalen Johnson or any of the other young guys. He's going to have to take over.
A 40-plus game. Another one? Then we can start talking about him torturing
DJ Khaled over here. Another one.
Get out and run with the depth. Test the depth of New York.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Ooh, get your popcorn ready. It's time to get you out to Madison Square Garden. Mike Breen, take it away.
What if I want some skills?
Thank you, Malika. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a rainy Wednesday night in New York City. But it doesn't dampen the Christmas spirit, the holiday spirit throughout this city. However, there is much better weather right now in Las Vegas, and that's where tonight's winner will be headed if they get a victory as the Hawks and the Knicks square off for the second time this season. Jalen Brunson off to another all-star start. He's been terrific for the Knicks on this recent hot stretch. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, how about Jalen Johnson emerging as perhaps a future all-star? And this team also doing extremely well recently as we welcome you to our NBA Courtside. And it's brought to you by DoorDash. The Emirates NBA Cup bracket. Of course, the Thunder and the Bucks winning last night. Houston and Golden State will play later, as after tonight, down to the Final Four, headed to Las Vegas. And good evening, everyone. Along with Doris Burke, Mike Breen on hand, Katie George with us as well. The knockout round is here. And we've got a fun matchup of 2 Eastern Conference teams that are playing some pretty good basketball recently. Let's start, Doris, with the Knicks. Big off season, of course, that brings big expectations, and certainly it's a work in progress for them. But right now, this offense, when it's humming, it's unstoppable.
It's the best in the league, and it's for a number of different reasons that you might anticipate, beginning with the very capable hands of their point guard. A year ago, Jalen Brunson 5th in the league in MVP voting. And what you love about him is, yes, he can carry an offense over 25 points per game, but he now has a new weapon. A center who shoots it at 45%. Karl Anthony Towns very comfortable. But the ball is being sprayed around to any number of guys. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. When the defense for the Knicks catches up, look out for this team because they've been special offensively.
Meanwhile, for the Atlanta Hawks, they're playing very good basketball. 6-1 in their last 7 games. They're an intriguing, perhaps dangerous team because they got some real nice young talent that are emerging. But, of course, the man is Trae Young. however young, with this new young talent, is he playing differently this year?
He is, and it has everything to do with what Quinn Snyder, their head coach, is asking of him, essentially saying, you can be dynamic, you can lead the league in assists, but I need you to get off the ball earlier, be more dynamic as a catch-and-shoot guy, somebody willing to attack a closeout. Mike, his willingness to include Jalen Johnson in the playmaking has elevated this team. They're young and they're dangerous.
And they're psyched to be here in front of a hostile crowd. Great opportunity. With more on them, let's check in for the first time with Katie George. Hey, Katie.
Hey, Mike. The #1 overall draft pick, Zach Ricochet, said winning the NBA Cup is a goal of Atlanta's. It's important to them. They want to get to Vegas. He said it would be something special to accomplish in the middle of the season. Now, the last time these two teams played on November 6th in a Cup game, it was Ricochet's best performance as a rookie, finishing with 33 points, 2 blocks, 0 turnovers. That was at home. Tonight, he'll play his first game here at Madison Square Garden. He said he's excited for the opportunity. He can't wait to experience the atmosphere here at MSG, however unkind it may be, Mike.
All right, Katie, so here we have it, night 2 of the knockout round. Knicks and Hawks, a matchup that has some very interesting history.
I mean, when you're in the zone and everybody's chanting F you.
Here is Young on the floater, puts it in. A miraculous shot.
It got real quiet at the end. I wanted to hear those F you chants again.
Young takes the bow, and the crowd is booing him.
That's why he's the villain. You are in the Garden. You might as well take a bow.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by Dash Pass, your door to all things basketball.
All together now.
The NBA Cup rolls on.
It's simple. Win tonight, they head to Vegas.
The closer you get to the cup, the more treacherous the terrain in this knockout round.
Boy, we in Vegas. And I 20 on black, baby.
Boys, get ready, because here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants, put suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. Count that. Over the competition, I'm tired.
Carl Anthony Towns to the right. Logo's 3. Holy smokes, what a shot.
Damn, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that all get sliced and diced. Competition's paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out. Come on.
Take out the zone.
At the Mecca, couldn't be a better spot. Mama said knock you out.
Welcome to the Emirates NBA Cup quarterfinal. Atlanta Hawks, New York Knicks. The winner gets to go to Vegas to play in the semifinals on a chilly, rainy night in New York City. And a capacity crowd expected here at Madison Square Garden. The energy in this building all season long has been superb as the Knicks come in with a 15-9 record. The Hawks, meanwhile, 13-12. And this is a very, as we said at the top, interesting young team. Of course, Trae Young and Clint Capella are the veterans, but Daniels, Ricochet, and young Jalen Johnson, 3 intriguing young players for Quinn Snyder and these Hawks who've won 6 of their last 7. As for the Knicks, it's pretty much the same starting 5 every night. And what a starting 5 for Tom Thibodeau. Of course, Carl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges, the new additions with Hart, Anunoby, and Jalen Brunson in the second meeting of the season between the two. And Doris, I go to the players for this more than anybody else. These games, especially games that you can get to Vegas and win more of the prize money, these games mean a lot to these players.
Well, you think back to the Indiana Pacers a season ago. Very much like the Atlanta Hawks, guys who had not been to the playoffs, a younger basketball team. And Rick Carlisle will tell you the trip to Vegas and all of the experiences building to that, Mike, had a profound influence on their growth and ability to advance in the playoffs in the postseason.
Now, again, for the teams that make the quarterfinals, not to make this about money, but this is a part of it. Both teams, $51,000 for each player. You win tonight, each player gets over $100,000. And of course, if you win the cup, you get over $500,000. For a lot of these players, not the guys that have $200 million contract, this is a huge deal.
I don't care how much money you got. The answer to the question is always follow the money, Mike.
Right, absolutely. Right now, I have a little problem with one of the scoreboards. as Ben Taylor, our crew chief, gets us set to go. And some very interesting individual matchups tonight. We've got two of the premier defensive players in the NBA. We've got some of the best offensive players in the NBA. Two teams right now headed in very good directions. Towns and Capella will jump center. And these Hawks, who have been a good road team so far.